Smash that like button for me if you woke up this morning. I'm sorry we got started late. A lot of things are going on in my email and everything, and I got distracted, and it was hard to focus on the story. So let's just get started with some stories, and then I'll keep going throughout the day. So we got Stevie J. He might be breaking up with Faith. We'll have to see. I know these stories are a little like, there's not that much going on. 50 Cent wants his money by Monday, okay? And I didn't go in enough on that story yesterday, and there's some other things that 50 has revealed that's pretty cool that's going on. And then we got Jordyn Woods. I know some of you don't care about that, but Kim Kardashian is getting a lot of backlash, and Jordyn Woods responded to that. Let's get into that kind of stuff. This is Jordan, and then also we'll get into some investing type tips. This is JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys so much. And I hope you guys are having a positive day. Make sure you subscribe. That's so important, okay? And make sure you hit the like button. A lot of people haven't been hitting the subscribe button lately. Okay, so Stevie J might have a problem with his girl. He said, cherish what you love. Nothing will last forever. Insecurities can damage them. Now, what's so weird about this relationship is that Stevie J was a producer for Biggie, and Biggie was married to Faith. And that's why people were so weirded out by this, that, 20 years later, they're married. It's like, was he always plotting on that? It's like, it left people with a bad taste. And now it seems like they might be ending. It was a quick marriage and everything. But I don't know. Stevie J, Faith is Faith, And things don't always work out. Some people react, do things out of passion. Then we got 50 Cent. Now he wants his money by Monday. Okay. Now he has a lot of things that he says is coming out. He said that Power's not ending on season 6. He gave us some updates on BMF that it's coming. Now I know why it's not ending on season 6, because remember, he's working on the Kanan spinoff, right? So basically that's why it probably won't end in season 6. So it'll just keep going, but it'll go backwards. So it'll go to the past of how they led up to where Ghost was owning the club and everything, and how they all came together, and how Kanan ended up going to jail. So I think that's why he said it's not ending in season 6. I think they're going to go to the history of Kanan as a different show. So it's technically not over. It's Power continued just from the early years, which will be interesting. And I think that's a great way to keep it going. 50 also announced that Mary J. Blige has a first look deal that she signed for television shows. He also took more, him and Irv Gotti are going back at it, because Irv Gotti's back out here talking about Tales. And 50 Cent released an old track he had called Southside on this video of him. And, I told you guys about this last night. And in this song, he's, going at Irv Gotti and discrediting him and Supreme, and saying how corny Irv Gotti is. And it's very funny that 50 just always is on it. Now, the Kardashians have, obviously it's very weird how the cameras just happened to be around when Jordyn Woods and Tristan did their thing, and then they were able to react to it live the next day on phone calls. And Kim, it's like, obviously it was staged to a degree, and then they're on there downplaying Jordyn Woods. She's the latest person that they take away everything from and make a story out of it. She said Kylie gave her everything. Now that's kind of true in a way. Like, Kylie co-signed and brought Jordyn Woods to the light. But the way they said it sounds so demeaning. Like, almost like she should be kissing our feet. Now, Jordyn Woods shouldn't have cheated with Tristan. That's obviously very, that's like a backstab and a half. But, it's like, it happened. You probably knew what you were getting into. Tristan was always cheating on her anyway, so it's like, it's nothing new. But for them they're going to completely try to throw her away, but it's actually backfiring on them. Jordyn Woods is actually getting more bookings, more deals, and she's looking like the good guy now, because the way they painted her as, oh, she should kiss our feet, we gave her everything. It's like, whoa, that sounds a little crazy, But Yeah, they're getting a lot of backlash. Jordyn Woods responded and said, "I've been a model since I was 18. No, you weren't. The before and after pictures, you were not a model at 18. You were recently a model because you recently had a makeover, which is nothing wrong with that. Chloe had a recent makeover. Kylie had a makeover at one point. Kim was beautiful anyways, but she added some things. And Courtney's the only one that hasn't had any work done. The moms had work done too. But, there's nothing wrong with that. If you got money and you want to improve on yourself, that's up to you. As long as they don't start looking like Kim, what's her name? Little Kim? They're good. So then let's get into some tips here, okay? Now, first off, you gotta get into certain habits, okay? And I stressed this yesterday, and I'll stress it again. You have to save money. Track what you're spending money on in a journal for a couple weeks. See where most of your waste is going. Maybe you're going out to the bar a couple times a week, and you're spending hundreds on drinks without realizing it. Maybe your grocery shopping habits are bad and you're spending hundreds on groceries when you could have a Costco membership and be buying your groceries different. There's so many little tricks. Every dollar counts. I mean, even when you get your paycheck, you should put a certain amount away that it doesn't even exist, and then get into your fun. Like say you make $1,000 a week. Take $250 and put it up. Then put up a certain amount towards your rent, and then have fun with the rest. Or your mortgage, whatever you got. You gotta, and then also always be aware of your lifestyle getting out of control. Maybe you're hanging around different people and they spend more money and you're trying to keep up. You got to think long term in this game. You can't think for that week or that moment. You got to think like, this money could be making me a lot more money if it was put away in a account that had 2%, like with an American Express savings account or an Ally savings account. These are accounts that make 2% in savings. You got to invest your money properly, man. It's very important. A lot of people squander money on that car payment and this other thing, and you got to be aware of things like that. They don't go away. If you get a Mercedes S500 thinking, or S550 thinking, oh, it's only $800 a month or it's only $1,000 a month, Nah, man. That's $1,000 you could be saving and paying yourself. You're not making any more money driving this car, In no means am I saying sacrifice your quality of living. Eat good, sleep good, live good, but don't spend, like some people I see, they barely make any, like I have some friends that make, maybe they make $50,000, $60,000 a year. Some girls I know, right? Then it's like, you take a $5,000 to $5,000 vacation. It's like you just spend a good portion of your money for the year on a vacation. Like, find some different vacations that don't cost $5,000, $10,000. Maybe they cost $1,000 or $2,000. Like, come on, you gotta be smart out here. Anyways, it's very important. And then find good places to store your money. Store your money in, savings accounts, or if you don't want to, if you want to have penalties for touching your money, get a certified deposit that's like 2.5%. That you won't be able to touch it because you'll get penalties. Anyways, guys, I don't know. There's just a lot of different ways to save money out here, and you got to be smart with your money. You got to be smart. Very important. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by something I'm watching. But no, you gotta spend what your investments make. So if you're getting 2% back on something, you could spend that and not spend the rest of your principal. Spend the profit. These are just like little key things. I know it's not like I'm rambling at this point, but I just want to stress saving your money. That's the hardest thing I see people, and I've had this problem in my 20s where you know, you want to impress a girl or something and you take her out to a fancy place, it's probably not the girl for you, man. You know, if that's what it's going to take, see how she reacts to Starbucks or something first, you know, coffee date, and then go from there. You don't want to be wasting money. Sometimes I've taken girls on dates in my past where, like, you try to go to Ruth Chris or something, thinking, oh yeah, and then nothing happens. So it's like, whoa, and then it's like, that was a lot of money for nothing, you know? Like, you know, we've all gotten those empty nights, you know, and you're hitting it off with a girl. You guys are having a good time and everything. It's not like she owes you anything, but like you were really trying to impress somebody that you shouldn't have had to impress, if that makes any sense, you know? Just be careful. And don't try to impress your friends, like show off you're making money. It's nobody's business, you know? You don't want people to know how much money you're making or whatever. I appreciate you guys. This is Jordan Tower with JT News, and I'll check you guys in the next one.